This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Alright, before we jump into this traditional draft for Throne of Eldraine, which means it will be best of 3, I want to remind everyone that my content is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can click on their logo on the panel below on Twitch or their link in the description below on YouTube. It'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. And they have all kinds of awesome stuff, including all the Throne of Eldraine you could want. So, yeah. Ooh, okay. Probably an easy first pick, yep. This thing's really, really good. I mean, it scales as the game goes on, and it's very difficult to deal with late. There's even enough multicolored things that comes up. I've had it come up when someone's played it against me anyway. I haven't had it come up. I haven't played with the card yet myself, but I have had that be a problem. You know, if this weren't here... I mean, I'm glad it is here, because this pack's not awesome. I'd be tempted, I think, to take the Owl. But yeah, we'll take Stone Coil Serpent. Okay. So Improbable Alliance is a fun build around, but I think Archon of Absolution is just the best card in this pack, like in a vacuum. And yeah, for that reason, I think I'm going to take it over Stone Coil Serpent. I mean, not over Stone Coil Serpent. To go with our Stone Coil Serpent. So, I've seen a lot of people really praise this card, and I mean, I didn't think it was going to be bad, but I didn't expect it to be great. I know LSV, for example, really likes it. I also need to move my camera. So, yeah. I keep saying I'm going to set up some things to so that I can move around my webcam, and then I never do. So, you know, okay. Yeah, so during the draft, this seems to be the best place for it. All right. So, yeah, sorry for those first couple picks. So, Venerable Knight, Enchanted Carriage. I mean, I have seen the Carriage played, and it seemed pretty good. Is it something I would like to take over a Venerable Knight? Probably. I mean, it's less of a build-around than they are. And there's also Out Muscle, which has impressed me as I sort of expected it to. Hunt the Weak but Better is pretty nice, but let's take the Carriage. Well, this pack has a bunch of mediocre stuff, mostly. Kenra's Transformation doesn't impress me a lot. I mean, it's fine. There's a lot of just sort of like shrug-worthy cards in this deck, like in this pack. Lost Legion, Merchant of the Veil, Garenbrig Squire. You know, they're all things that are fine. You know, Merchant of the Veil is better than fine if you have a lot of draw synergies. Good morning, Twilight Pony. Yeah, this is not an exciting pack. I think the white card isn't as good as the other ones. Otherwise, I would just take it because we already have a white card. I mean, green-white is supposed to be the archetype. Yeah. Yep, I know. Yeah, that's exactly what I said in my set review, Archon, but I still couldn't imagine it being better than like a C or a C+, but some people are really high on it, so I'm interested to see. Yeah, okay, so picking a card. Let's do it. I don't know. Maybe the Transformation is just the best card in this pack. Like, I think it might be slightly better than the rest of these. Yeah, let's do it. Wintermoor Commander. I think that's where I'm going here. I mean, I could take Lonesome Unicorn, which is fine. Squire, too, but if it could be black-white, Wintermoor Commander is pretty strong. And we're not giving up a ton of power here, just, like, reasonable cards, but, yeah, so... All right, good white cards here. Mysterious Pathlighter is great. I think that's what we're going to take here. Green-white, if we do end up there, is the most adventure-y color pair. So, you know, having payoffs for that is nice. And then there's this. We are playing best of 3, so Fell the Pheasant coming out of the sideboard is pretty legit. So yeah. This is a knight, but it's, you know, not a very good one. Insatiable Appetite's a fine trick. The best card in this pack is probably Tempting Witch, I think, but obviously, yeah. So I think I may just take the trick. It does need food to be at its best, but it's actually fine even if you don't have food. Okay, so probably just Fairy Guide Mother here. Yeah. I think it's a little better than Idyllic Grange. Yeah, I think we'll take another one. If we can get enough adventure payoffs, they get to be pretty nice. Okay, so I think Didn't Say Please is probably the best card there. I think I'll take Golden Egg. I mean, it replaces itself. Yeah, I'll take a Fell the Pheasant for the sideboard. That's a pretty late Wishing Well. Ooh, hello. Realm Cloak Giant is a pretty easy pick here. It's a bomb. It's a Wrath Effect attached to a 7/7 Vigilance. You know, it's not quite that good. You have to pay a bunch of mana, but that's basically still what it is. So here's what we'll take here. That may preclude us from ending up in black-white, but I don't know. It might not. Yeah, so let's take the Giant. Yeah, there's another white rare, but it's a bad one. So, the green cards here are pretty build-aroundy, and we're nowhere near being able to really take advantage of them. So I'm kind of leaning towards just taking Youthful Knight. Fairy Vandal's pretty good, incidentally, but yeah, we'll take the Knight. Well, got some decent green cards, decent black card, and I'm still not, I think I'm still not completely done with black. I mean, I think in this pack I probably don't take anything that's black because there's reasonable playables in our colors. So yeah, I think I take one of these things. Curious Pair's been a little better than I ever expected it to be. And I think it might just be what we want. I mean, I guess we have a lot of 2s already. So we could go higher up on the curve, but it's not like we don't already have really good high up on the curve. I think I'll take the pair. Okay, well, that probably locks us into green-white, right? Taking Wandermare here. Yeah, that definitely does. So, see you later, Wintermoor Commander. Now we just want to take everything that has adventures in our colors. So Garenbig Squire is another adventure payoff. So I think I'll take him here over Silver Flame Ritual or Heraldic Banner. Okay, so how many non-humans do we have? Realmcloak Giant, Enchanted Carriage counts. Archon of Absolution, Wandermare, Mysterious Pathlighter, Kenrith's Transformation sort of works with it. We have some humans, but I think we have enough non-humans that Return of the Wild Speaker is going to be pretty good. Better than, like, Outflank. So, let's do it. Okay, so Garenbrig Carver is going to be considerably better in our deck than most because of our 2 payoffs, and it's probably what I would just take here anyway. Because that pack was not good. Alright, love Silver Flame Squire anyway, and we have adventure payoffs, so I like it even more. Take a Curious Pair here. Okay, so we got Giant Opportunity and Wildwood Tracker again. We're getting some food going. I mean, I think there's a chance we can really get it going, but this is also going to be a 2/2 a lot of the time. So which of those would I rather have? This one's probably easier to build around, but less impressive, and this one is harder to build around, but more powerful. Let's take Giant Opportunity. Take Bartered Cow. So, these 3 cards are not impressive ones in any way. I don't think any of them would make the cut in our deck, but we'll take Fortifying Provisions. Silver Flame Ritual. Return to Nature, sure. Sideboards. Alright, so Keeper of Fables is great. Sundering Stroke's pretty good too, and we do have a little bit of fixing thanks to Golden Egg, but I don't think it's enough to run Sundering Stroke. I might think about taking it in a pack that didn't also have Keeper of Fables, I guess. Keeper of Fables is really good. So, yeah, that's what we'll take. Maybe the Silver Flame Squire will wheel again. That would be nice. Okay, we do need removal. And we've got it here in Outmuscle, so I think I'm going to go for it there. Yeah. Yep. So Outflank is some pretty mediocre removal, but if we really feel like we need it, I guess it's pretty good. Now, Lucky Clover. How many adventurers do we have right now? We have 2, 4, 5. I think we just have 6. Probably not quite enough for Lucky Clover yet. I think I'd rather take something like Flutterfox or the Squire or Outflank. Clover is just so heavy into being a build-around that if you can't make it work, it feels horrible. Whereas things like Wandermare, Mysterious Pathfinder, they're like reasonable creatures even if you never do anything with them. Like, I think I would want like 8 to 10, probably closer to 10 adventures to really make Lucky Clover worthwhile. Could be wrong, but yeah. So Flutterfox, I guess we don't have that many artifacts or enchantments, actually. I thought we had more. So Flutterfox probably isn't that great. So maybe I do take the Clover, because Plan B is a Squire, which certainly isn't special. It has a way higher ceiling, so we'll take the Clover. Okay. Lonesome Unicorn it is. Yeah. Yep. Nice Adventurer. We did pass one early, but we didn't have to pass that one. I think I'd rather have Outflank than Gingerbrute. So might just take Gingerbread Cabin. Like, do I really need another Youthful Knight? I guess it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I mean, the best card here is easily Savvy Hunter. But that's not for us. We could try to splash black, but I think that's asking for trouble. We'll just go with the Knight there. I guess we're going to go with another one here. Okay, good. Silver Flame Squire is great. And there's another one. Well, we definitely ended up with enough adventures. I think we want True Love's Kiss over another Knight. And we may even mainboard it. It's a good card mainboard. So Gingerbrute's probably more likely at this point to make our deck than Giant Opportunity, but neither is very likely. All right. Now it's time to move the camera again. Somebody needs to create scenes. Maybe I'll finally get around to that. All right. Okay. So, how many? So let's make sure we have enough adventures. I think we do for Lucky Clover to be worth it, but we'll see. We have 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we ended up with 10, which I think is right where you want to be. Thank you for the follow, Sid Swanee. I think you want 10 for Lucky Clover. And we do have several other build-arounds, too. So this is going to be... Oh, it's actually a sub. Thank you, Sid Swami. Not just a follow. So we got to cut some things, but... Probably our combat trick. Golden eggs, probably not necessary. Canvas transformation, I think we kind of might have to keep it because the only removal spells we have are Outmuscle and Outflank. Whereas, you know, this can blank a really powerful creature. Well, also, it doesn't completely blank it because it's still 3/3, but you know what I mean. It's weird that the knights aren't humans. And they are in the art, which is really annoying in a set where it actually matters whether or not a creature's a human. Thanks for being a subscriber on YouTube for so long, Sid Swami. Man, what do I want to cut here? I could consider cutting something that has adventure, but kind of don't feel like it with what we... I mean, we do only have 3 payoffs, but they're all pretty good. I mean, I'm going to end up using tricks as removal more than anything, probably. So maybe we lose outflank. And something else. What that something else is, could be a Youthful Knight, I guess. Maybe it should just be a Curious Pair. It's not like they're amazing in our deck. It takes us down to 9. I mean, we don't have anything to do with food other than, you know, eating it, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Let's cut a Curious Pair. I think the Youthful Knights are going to be better against most people. If we run up against someone with lots of X3s, then our own Curious Pair is probably just better. But, alright, let's roll with this. Is the mana how we think it should be? Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose so. This deck seems pretty good. Lots of adventure payoffs and a Realm Cloak Giant and a bunch of adventures. Seems pretty decent. It'll be nice to play with Lucky Clover. It's a card that I'm not certain about because it's so... It does so little if you don't have adventures. But I think with 9, if we can copy even 2 adventures, it's going to be worth it. Yeah, we don't want to keep this, though. They are going first, but that's still pretty dangerous. Try to hit 2 lands. All right, this is better. I'm probably going to put Return of the Wild Speaker on the bottom of our library. Yeah. It's a great card, but it's actually not that great with this hand. And okay, so they got the Knights going early. Alright, so player Squire. Poor guy. I think I'd rather play the Guide Mother. We do kind of need 1 more mana if we're going to wipe the board. I think we're okay with this. If they use a trick, we're okay with that too, yeah. Okay. Do I just play my Clover and just, like, be ready to absorb some hits here? I kind of think I do. I could play my Squire, but it can't trade with this anyway, so what's the point? It's kind of my position. I can cast off twice. Look out. Okay. Who do I want to play more? It might honestly be the Squire, because then I can Fairy Guide Mother twice, and then Yeah, he'll get huge. Yeah, so I think that works. At some point, this is looking like a game where we're probably going to want to cast our Wrath. At some point, we may not want to contribute too much more to the board. We do kind of want to make them use both halves of that, though. Plus, you know, even if we do contribute to the board, our Realm Cloak Giant is actually going to replace itself, basically. So, let's do this. Do we want to play the Guide Mother, or is it kind of useless? It's kind of useless, honestly. So let's just... The only thing about not doing it is they'll probably figure out... Yeah, let's do it. They'll probably figure out we have something, because why else would I not play it? It's tempting to keep it, especially because if we drew white, we could have played it right away next turn, but I think we did the right thing. Now, blocking is probably worth doing, because I'm going to be wrathing. Alright, so... I think we're definitely going to blow up the world here. So we kind of have a free attack, so let's take it. We actually will be able to make 2 food in our second main phase. Yeah, free damage. Destroy all non-giants. Oh! And then we can go like this. We're 1 mana off of playing our giant. That's not good. We still might be able to get there, but it's definitely not great. So, I think we want to play Keeper of Fables here. Luckily, we can gain some life, so that definitely makes our lives a little easier. I think we'll go ahead and play our giant. Yeah, our deck has several bombs. I forgot we also have the serpent. Okay. Drops us to 4. 3, actually. They have to block. So, I'm kind of tempted to be a little safe here. I think I'm just going to play Stonecoil Serpent as a 6/6. So that I can gain life off of food. If I need to. And I'll probably need to. So. This is a card that like everyone underrated. I haven't gotten to play with it, and this is actually my first time playing against it too, but it wasn't too shocking to me when people were like, you know, it's super good. It's like, okay, yeah, well. Okay. So, I guess we attack here. We might want to bring in more food against Revenge of Ravens. I think we definitely want to bring in our Enchantment Hate card. Okay. Fair enough. So we're going to play Pathlighter and Curious Pair. Got to be careful when we attack, to some extent at least. Okay, that should help our cause here. I think it's fine to attack with all four of these here. It takes them up to 8. But that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Yeah, we have some sideboarding to do. Maybe I'd just bring in Trulo's Kiss instead of also bringing in another Curious Pair. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. And maybe we just lose a Youthful Knight. Yeah. Works for me. It is Ill-Gotten Inheritance-esque. Three of those drafts were sealed, Brohan. Okay, this is a fine hand. Do I want to be greedy and wait to play my Wandermare? It depends on how aggressive our opponent is. Pretty aggressive. So I think the answer is no. I think we want to play a Squire here. We want to try to trade for the commander if we can. I would guess you're not attacking. Yeah. All right. Let's play our Wandermare and end our turn. Another target for True Love's Kiss. Okay. For now, I don't think I'm going to blow up the spinning wheel. Maybe I should. But, yeah. I think we're okay to wait a turn. Let's send Wandermare up in the sky here. Okay. Well, that's annoying. But fine. They do have an attack here now, which I don't love, but that's okay. Yeah, they're going a little crazy. We need our board sweeper. That was a big part of what won us the last game. We need to find it again. You're not a board sweeper, but I think you are acceptable. Now they could psych themselves out a little bit here and be like playing around my board sweeper. But yeah. I would actually rather have this stay in play than Revenge of Ravens. Especially, like, last time, the only reason we beat it is because we were so far ahead. This time we are not. So, I mean, I think, nah, I think we just take 4. I was going to say I might block this Wintermoor Commander with my Wandermare. Maybe I should. I think I will. It's got Death Touch, but it making things indestructible isn't really something we want to deal with right now. So, yeah. Okay, well that's nice. I suppose. So we'll play Lucky Clover. So 3, 5, 7. Yeah. So you can potentially kill. Oh no, you'll only be a 6, 7. No, that's enough. You can potentially wipe out everything. Cool. Everybody attack. I shouldn't have tapped white mana there. That was not a smart call. Okay, so Silver Flame Squire is going to get us a pretty serious blowout here. We target our Keeper and our Squire. Yeah, I wouldn't pass on Ravens from now on. I think that's a wise assessment. So we can at least get this problem out of the sky in the near future. It will be a 4/4, but it won't have flying. So, you know, it's an okay trade-off, I guess. Just imagine if I hadn't played my mana wrong, the Squire would be in play. Okay. I'm kind of surprised I didn't want Wintermoor Commander there, but what are you going to do, you know? All right, so I think we're going to use our transformation. Put this on the ground again. And then we'll attack with our Guide Mother, which will draw us a card right now. Ooh, okay. That was a good draw. So I think we want to play the Pathlighter here. Gives us another flyer right away. Aw, oh, crap. Okay. I see how it is. Yeah, I'll sacrifice a goat. Yeah, that makes me really wish I'd held on to Kenrith's transformation, huh? So we need our board sweeper. I mean, most likely, if we're really going to find our way out of this game, that's probably what we need to do. So let's attack with our flyers. Drawing cards is a good way to find him. So there's that. So 4, 7 mana. well, I think we'll play our Squire, who will become a 3/2. Thanks to our Pathlighter. Then we'll do Lonesome Unicorn. Gives us 2 knights. So Lucky Clover's been impressive for sure so far. And play Youthful Knight. Of course, now if I get my board sweeper, I might regret all of this. But I think trying to pressure them is probably the right thing to do. Hello, Saranac. Yeah, it seems pretty sweet so far. Won our first game in this match. We do have Spinning Wheel. Probably going to have to blow that up eventually, except, again, I'd rather blow up... see you later, Goat. I would rather blow up Revenge of Ravens than Spinning Wheel, and we only have 1 card that can do it. We should have sided in our other one. We have the green one, too. Okay, that gives us a plethora of attacks. In fact, I think we can basically attack with everything with this trick in our hand. Thanks to Lucky Clover, largely. They're going to tap somebody down. So, most damage you can do is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to him. And if I'd Silver Squire him twice, you could kill him. So I think we probably don't attack with him. But I think we attack with everything else. Yeah. This is a nasty, nasty 2-for-1 in this world. Although not there. We would just kill their guy. Okay, so... So we'll +2/+2. Oh, no matter what, these 2 are going to die, actually. Okay. Yeah, so we definitely want to pump this. And then we will pump... I guess we'd rather kill the Tactician. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. Still worked out. Alright, let's play this Unicorn. What we're really looking for is a Wrath. That's what we'd like to see. And we're getting closer. Drawing 2 cards a turn is pretty useful. Yeah, see you later, Goat. Alright, well I guess I'm glad I kept True Love's Kiss around. I mean, Spinning Wheel's going to be a problem too, but I don't think it's going to be as much of one. Oh. Another Flyer's pretty good. Alright, so we're going to attack. See if there's any more intriguing options around before we do what we want to do. What I think we want to do. Okay. Well, yeah, I think we're going to cast True Love's Kiss on Revenge of Ravens. Let's draw us a card after all. Ooh. Even though these look like humans, remember they are not. So that's intriguing. All right, so let's play our Archon too then. So our whole board is not humans except for Youthful Knight. So that's pretty serious pump spell, in other words. I think we just let the troll hit us here. I have some targeted removal, but not a lot. I have Outmuscle. Outmuscle can't deal with the Clackbridge troll, so... So I think we want them to stay at 18 if we can help it here. So we're not going to do it this time. Man, maybe I should have, because they're maybe not going to attack with that troll at all. Didn't think that through. Yeah. Ooh, well, now we can be really greedy if we want to be. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we have enough creatures now, enough going on now that I don't think we're counting on Wrath anymore. I think we can just try to swing away in the sky and play some big blockers and stuff and find a way to win. We might have actually had lethal here, huh? We probably did. I probably missed lethal. But hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us. So yeah, Return to the Wild Speaker should be pretty backbreaking this next turn. Good morning, Sea Speeds. Okay, well, still going to be backbreaking, but... I mean, just our flyers will all do an additional 9 damage, because none of them are human. Okay. So, human. They only have 1 mana available. He'll trample over for a lot, but for 7, maybe he's not even worth blocking. With 1 white mana, he can't really kill me. I think we just take it. Go to 4. And I think now we can get, yeah. So, let's attack with everything. Everyone gets pumped but Youthful Knight when we cast Return of the Wild Speaker, so... Yeah, I think we actually had lethal last turn, but we still got there. Yeah, our deck seems pretty sweet. It's got a lot of synergy, and then it has some powerful rares. It's a good place to be. Yeah, I think we can keep this. 2 mana. I mean, this is basically a 3-drop, so we kind of at least have early things to do. And we got double of both our colors, which means, at least in terms of, you know, colors of mana, we have enough to cast everything in our deck, so... Greed. Greed is real. I think I'm gonna be greedy. play Lucky Clover and then Lonesome Unicorn next turn, or Rider in Need next turn. Pack 1, pick 1 was the Steel Coil Serpent. Yeah, you're gonna attack me. Alright, so I don't think I'm so greedy that I want to play Wandermare first here. So I won't. We're just gonna do this. Again, it does really bother me that these... I'm sure there are people who have like done the combat math and been like, man, these are humans. They're not going to get pumped just because of the art. Should have just made them, I don't know, fairy knights or something. This is a pretty... powerful looking draw cards deck so far, I would say. Do I want to play my Carriage? I think I do. No, Wandermare would not get yeah, Wandermare would not get an additional counter. It would just get the 1, but I could still have decided to wait to play Wandermare because of that. Yeah. Kind of hope they attack into my Enchanted Carriage here. Do it. Ooh, mistakes were made. Here, little mice. Yeah, it's this only vehicle in the set, so it's kind of easy to forget it exists. But it does. It really does. Okay, so I would give a double pump here. Alright, so I think I'm going to attack with these 3. And we'll see what goes down. Ooh, yeah, no, block both. Block with both your creatures, please. I mean, I'm going to do this either way, but if they block with both like that, we're in business. So, pump this. And pump this. See you later, Eleonora. And play our Wandermare. Lucky Clover has impressed me so far. I still think our deck is like overflowing with adventures. I don't know if you can always play it, but you definitely can in this deck where we're doubling combat tricks has been backbreaking for opponents. Yeah, it's been pretty amazing so far. We have 3 of the white creature, the Squire that has a combat trick, and then we have, I think we only have 1 of him, but yeah. Okay. Well. I actually think maybe double spelling here is a little better. Yeah, it probably is. So, I think I'm also going to crew this. So we'll attack with both of those. Let's see what happens there. Alright. Pumpkin. Pumpkin time. Then what? You just take 4? Yeah. Hello, Sampa. Man, we're at 11. I kind of felt like we were at more life than that, but I guess they beat us down a lot early before we got rid of 2 creatures. Uh-oh. We have another Eleonora. We need our flyers. Okay. So I think we still want to attack with our carriage. Yeah, that would have been a funny flavor win for sure. So let's... Actually, I guess just crewing it with its mouse friends is probably the best thing. Because double Youthful Knights being able to block is obviously pretty formidable. Alright. Then, 4, 5, 6... I guess I'm going to be greedy and play the Mare first. I mean, the Mare also is just as big, so it doesn't actually make that much difference in the long run. We'll hold on to this land to bluff. End our turn. They've been holding on to this guy forever. They have so many cards in their hand right now, like our Realm Cloak Giant wouldn't even be that good here. We'd have to find a way to make them commit more to the board before it would be, because, yeah, they would come out ahead if I Realm Cloak Gianted right now. Okay, well, we're going to go for this block. I think there's every chance they have a trick, but I think that's okay with me. Yeah, pretty much, anyway. So, you only have 1 creature untapped. Do you have another Corridor Monitor or something? Oh, you have that. Makes sense. Ooh, Searing Barrage back on top. We're still going to have some nice attacks here. Still works for me. Yeah, so... Yeah, Green-White Adventure Atomic Squirrel. That's our primary synergy we have going on. Then... So 2 damage will get through here. Or 4 will. Oh. We might just be able to go wide enough to kill them. I mean, we know they have Searing Barrage in their hand, but I'm not super concerned about that. Morning, Atomic Squirrel. They do have 2 creatures they can play, and that would allow them to go wide enough to not die anymore. Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do. Which makes sense. Okay. We've actually done pretty well on not drawing lands so far, but thank you for the follow, Husam. But we've drawn so few that there's a good chance we're going to draw a bunch. So they have 5 blockers. Yeah, I mean, I think Enchanted Carriage is going to be worth attacking with again. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, maybe I should have considered attacking with my mice that turn as well. Why do you have to have 1 flyer over there? Well, we're about to get rid of it at least, and then play 1, so... Let's make our Lonesome Unicorn fly. Oh, I forgot I can do it with 2 creatures. That's right, so that should be lethal. It can only stop 1 of them. Nice. Thanks, Lucky Clover, for definitely being worth playing so far. It hasn't been a do-nothing enchantment, that's for sure. I don't think True Love's Kiss needs to come in here desperately. I think we're fine. Yeah, Lucky Clover has been pretty great. I don't think you can really play it if you only have like 3 to 5 adventures, but, you know, this deck has 10, and it's been pretty good. Ten is a lot. You're not always going to end up with that. And there are even some of them that aren't really worth copying a whole lot, like the Filter Mana one and the Rummage one. Like, so you have to end up with ones that actually have relevant abilities worth doubling. And Combat Tricks definitely fall within that realm, because with Combat Tricks, those guys already have 2-for-1 potential, but you can get a 3-for-1 with them with Lucky Clover in play, and it's not really that hard to make it happen. You have so much, you know, you get to cast 2 Combat Tricks on a lot of boards. That's going to just be a 2-for-1 anyway. And, you know, maybe it's not a straight-up 3-for-1 the first time because you did play Lucky Clover. So it's more like a 3-for-2, but the value just keeps increasing as time goes on in the game. The more times you double things. I think we can keep this on the draw. I mean, it would be nice to have green mana, but we also have our Wrath. Something they don't know we have. We didn't have to show them that last game. Nice. We did draw green mana. And so they're not going to be able to play around it. Although last game, for a while, they had so many cards in their hand, it may not have really mattered. But, yeah, I think I'm just going to play the Squire. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. But I can use the trick on this next turn, potentially, depending on what they play. Oh. Well, now I think I probably just do this. Just for the extra damage. See if it dies. Maybe that was a bad call, because if they do something in response, I lose. Okay, that's actually less bad than them killing my creature, at least. Yeah. Yeah, you're big. You are a big boy. Even too big for me to get through. We just end our turn, especially because we can hang back and be ready to use our Realm Cloak Giant whenever we want. Enchanted Carriage actually survives Realm Cloak Giant, so, I mean, yeah. As long as we haven't crewed it first. The mice won't, but the Carriage does. Ooh, that's not good. Guess we need to bring in our hate for enchantments. Okay. I'm leaning towards playing the Carriage here. Yeah. Let's play a 0/0 Stone Scale Serpent. Stone Coil Serpent, rather. Yeah, so now they're going to get a fairy. The bad news is they're going to be able to get fairies like all game long, even after I Wrath, because that has a loot effect attached to it. So. Okay. Well. What do we want to do here? If I get a little more mana, I can use the trick and outmuscle. I guess maybe just playing the Serpent is the best thing. Oh, I can actually just crew and outmuscle, can't I? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Let the mice do it. So, yeah, then we're going to use outmuscle. And I think we'll kill Eleonora. Oh, never mind, because it's too expensive. Just kidding. We'll kill the turtle. And... yeah. Worth attacking, I think. Yeah. Pretty good turn. Pretty good turn. Play all the things in your hand, please. Okay. So... I think we're going to do Fairy Guide Mother here on this. See what happens. And then we're going to crew this. See what happens there. Okay, they're drawing a bunch of cards, which means they will get another fairy. Alright, so we can at least do this. We wipe out most of their board there. Then we'll cast our Fairy Guide Mother. Wrath is definitely just our plan B here. Problem is this thing. Sticking around even if we blow up the whole board. Man, I'm jealous of all their Eleonoras. She's pretty sweet. Okay. Do I bother? I don't know that I do. I think I'm gonna play my Carver. Yeah, let's crew this. And yeah, I think we just want to play the Carver for now. Somehow I've drawn more cards than they have. Oh, they've milled me. That's what it is. Of course. I think I double block Eleonora. Maybe I don't. Especially with Wrath in my hand. Yeah. So... yeah, let's take 4. This is such a sweet engine. Okay. What do we want to do? Attack with our 5/5 again, maybe? They can, of course, just block it, so maybe I should be leaving him back at this point. Of course, if my plan is to play Stonescale Serpent in my next turn, it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, so let's do it. Morning, Bitterblade. Pretty cool with the chump block, too. Really cool with the trade for Eleonora. Chump block it is. They could have counter magic is one thing to keep in mind here. Okay. Now I probably just replay my Carriage. Yeah. What we could really use soon is our pump all your non-humans, because that does include mice. It does include mice. They did just shrink it to a 4/4 since it loses its counter. It's not good, though. I'm not planning on wrathing anytime soon, so I think just crewing this. Wrathing is definitely going to be like our plan B. I think we want to kill Eleonora if we can. Good chance they have a trick or some such thing, but that's fine. We still have 4 mice laying around from this one card, too, so that's a pretty good deal. Right. Yeah, make your fairy. Might be Stone Coil Serpent time, too. Four, 7. So I can play the Keeper here, which I think is what I want to do. Is it, though? Yeah, I think it is. We'll just get in there with all of these. And hopefully draw a card. Reach does seem good. That's, you know, that's a good point. I might have forgotten he had reach. Okay, so yeah, player knight. And end our turn. I mean, if we can ever get them to empty out their hand, we'll probably Wrath. Otherwise, yeah, I mean... yeah, it's not going to feel good. This is going to be a hard hit against us. We may have to Wrath this turn. It's based on matches, Panoramic View. They're down to 2 cards. They just still have 3 mana up, so there's a potential they could counter our giant. Yeah, we're going to have to use it. Like, it's not really going to be a... we're not really going to have a choice in the matter, I don't think, here. Unfortunately. We just have to do it and hope it resolves, and if it doesn't, we're kind of screwed. So, let's attack with everybody. Oh, they're tapped out, so it will resolve. Let's attack with everybody before we do it. And then, yeah, Realm Cloak Giant. Destroy all non-giant creatures. Smash. We could just play our Serpent here, but I think that's not ideal. Yeah, a couple of fairies. That's the problem. Like, against most opponents, that would be game over, but with that in play, they can rebuild rather quickly. Oh, what are you going to put on top? Turn into a pumpkin, probably. They wanted the counterspell, actually. I think we're actually going to play our Serpent, not our Giant. Oh, they can actually draw into the counterspell right now if they want to. I see. I see what they did there. Yeah. So we're going to have to play around counter magic. So we've got 7 mana. Yeah, alright. So let's play our Wandermare. And I'll let that resolve. Maybe I should have played my Clover first. Yeah, it's annoying. And Kenra's Transformation isn't especially useful here either, so we're just going to end our turn. Yeah, that is a cool animation. I hadn't seen it until today. Yeah, they are waiting for the giant. Most likely. Maybe I should just go for it, because I'd rather they counter it than the Stonecoil Serpent at this point. Well. Okay. So if I'm going to ever get that out of their hand, I think I kind of need to cast my Stone Coil Serpent here for like 4 mana. Except, it's probably not the best plan ever, actually. Yeah, I think we'll just end our turn. Because if I do that... I mean, my Giant's not going to save me at this point. Because they have 2 flyers that I can't do anything about. I mean, and they're going to have more of them too, is the problem. So I think we'll just pass the turn here. They do have us in an awkward position. So I think we do want to bring in our artifact hate stuff. How come you can be countered? So we'll take 2. Then we'll eat some food. Eat some more food. Do we just go for it with our Giant here? I think we kind of do. We have enough life right now that it's not a huge danger. We're now going to mill before them. I don't think they would counter the cat. Doesn't seem super likely. So do I just go for the swing here? I kind of think I do. Well, now we are 1 damage away from death, and our Stone Coil Serpent will not help us. Should have picked up a spider. Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna... We don't have anything that can get us out of this situation, so... Game 3. Yeah, Improbable Alliance is not good news. But we do have answers in our sideboard. We have that and Return to Nature. I think we probably just want both. Seems like they have enough of both of those things. Probably cut a Youthful Knight. Maybe Curious Pair, too. Yeah. All right. I don't think we want to play Pheasant. I mean, the only flyers they have are tokens, and it's not going to feel good to kill those with it. All right, I think this is solid. I think we just play the Guide Mother turn 1 in this scenario. Well, there's one of our hate cards. I think we do hold on to our Squire. He doesn't have evasion, so playing him early isn't nearly as relevant, generally. Oh, there's another one. I can actually untap it and do damage to them. It might just be worth doing that, honestly. Yeah. Outmuscle doesn't seem like the worst plan. Yeah, I mean, it makes this big enough. Yeah, let's do it. Especially while they're tapped out, I think it's a good idea. Man, it's Silverflame Squire City, you know? Play that guy. End our turn. Transformation has not been especially impressive so far. Maybe we should have cited it out. Our opponent just has so many little creatures, like... Well, that is one of the few creatures in their deck it's actually decent against. Yeah. So, I think we'll play it. Yeah, we have to pay a bunch for it, but that's okay. Okay, so this can't get pumped big enough to not die, so we'll attack for 2. Yeah. We know they have artifacts and enchantments, and they even have a few things I like to get back from the graveyard, so Return to Nature is probably going to come up at some point. Don't know when, but at some point. Hey, there's one. Granted, it's not the most exciting one to blow up, but we do have another enchantment hate card in our deck, so it's probably worth doing. They're just casting her, yeah. Yeah, we'll take 4. Okay, so yeah, I think we want to use Return to Nature here. Nice. This gets to happen again. Potentially. Okay, so... We're running out of gas over here. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Nor is that. Man, those tricks could have come in handy. Huh. Alright. That might come in handy to help us do lethal later. So let's do... Unfortunately, these guys are humans. Alright, I mean, I think we got the value we wanted out of that. It's not heartbreaking for it to blow up there. They still have removal in their hand, too, which is not awesome for us. It's not ideal. Why do you have to be humans? Come on. Is it worth attacking with just my knights and planning on using Return of the Wild Speaker while they're tapped out right now? If they decided to just take it, which is unlikely, it would kill them, but there's almost no way they just take it. I think we just want to play the Unicorn. Turn into a pumpkin. Oh, that's pretty bad too. I was going to say turn into a pumpkin would be bad, but that's also pretty bad. So we can draw 3 with this right now. That's not the worst thing. This now has adamant, so that's not good. What I want them to do here is be really aggressive. Can you do that for me? Just attack with everything. Not just Eleonora. Attack with your flyer and your shield breaker. Man. We needed them to attack with everything, I think. Another Secret Keeper's bad news. And the fact that they just milled my Realm Cloak Giant is too. Thank you for the follow, Dungeoneer. I think we're dead. Barring some sort of miracle. Alright, let's attack with everybody. Can we sneak the damage in? If they decide to block these and not these, it's possible, but yeah, that's not what's going to happen. So, yeah. We do survive another turn, so I guess there's that. But, you know. Yep, it only counts non-humans in both modes. We can actually double block Eleonora still, I guess. Oh yeah, now we can't. And we have to block Eleonora. And that's lethal. Man, that deck was sweet. Definitely the best blue-red deck I've seen so far in this format. They just disrupted us too much for us to ever... Like, without getting the Wrath at the right time, it's hard. It would be hard for us to beat them. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier in the stream, Avery, that the Knight tokens look like humans, but they're not for game reasons. They just look like humans, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there. Okay, this is a pretty good hand. We kind of get the curve out. We definitely need to draw some lands, but even if we don't, we do have, you know, a couple 2-drops that we're happy to play early, plus the combat trick, which we can play already too. We have 2 of our more expensive cards, but, you know. Create a food token. Youthful Knight. Yeah, if we could just draw lands, I think we'd kind of be in... We'd be pretty happy. Though, unfortunately for Keeper of Fables, all of our creatures are humans. But, you know, whatever. Alright, so I think we play Curious Pair here. And yeah, end our turn. Next turn, if we don't draw land, we probably just Fairy Guide Mother and then cast her. And we didn't draw land, so I think that is what I'll do. Do some extra damage. Opponent's stuck on 2 and we're stuck on 3. This has been very disappointing so far. Even more so than I kind of thought it would be. Do I want to hold on to the trick here? I think I do. Yeah. I mean, it's too late to make that decision. I guess we could have made our own creature big. If they miss another land drop, maybe that's what we'll do, is put it on Curious Pair. Also, it becomes a non-human. I did kind of forget about that angle. Yeah, so I'd probably go for it this turn. Well, I'd probably just play my Archon now, actually. Okay, so I'd probably just go for Outmuscle here. So now, I think we just play our Keeper. This will draw us a card since we have a Fairy who's going to do damage. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Probably not annoying enough, though. So... I think we just attack. We can do lethal, potentially. Depends how they block. I guess they're going to block our Keeper since they want to prevent the damage, but that... Does that give us lethal? No. No, it would not. They also get a food out of this. Yeah, so I can do 4 to them. So if I had put Transformation, I could have, so that was probably stupid. Yeah. If I had played my Transformation, it would have been lethal. What are you going to do? Mistakes made. Yeah. Not anymore, it's true. 3, 6 mana. Would I rather just play a Unicorn here? I kind of think this might just be one of those times where it's better to just cast Unicorn. Yeah, I think we'll still be okay, but obviously winning on that turn would have been better than what looks like is going to happen. Okay, so... that should do it. I think we had it even without the transformation, but... So, they're a food deck. Yeah, show with less cards. Yeah, that's why I did it that way. I don't think we saw enough to know whether we want to side anything in here. Whew. I think we can do better than this. I mean, we are on the draw, but even if we hit like 2 lands in the next 4 cards, we're kind of in trouble. I mean, we do have a card that on turn 3 will give us something, and on turn 5, but yeah, this is a lot better. Man, I kind of think I want to return Enchanted Carriage. Yeah, no, it is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that looks considerably better. Create a food token. And now we'll play Youthful Knight. Then next turn we'll play Wandermare. And probably Archon of Absolution. Damage. Oh. Silly first strike. It's interesting you're having lag. I haven't dropped any frames. Well, that's obnoxious. I think we'd rather hold on to the Archon than the Guide Mother. So here, I think we do want to play the pair, make our Whispermare bigger. So they haven't done anything to affect the board yet, which is a bit dangerous for them. This is now too big to be killed by some stuff. They do have the Epic Downfall. It can die to that, but it can't die to Reef Soul. Yeah, that can, though. And, okay, yeah, that sucks. That does suck. Play Youthful Knight. I need a 4th land pretty badly so that I can fly over here. They don't have any creatures to get back with their Witch's Cottage, at least. Well, that is not good. I guess that turn where I decided not to cast something that was already in exile, that was adventured, should have played something that was in my hand. We do have them at 6, so it's not exactly like they're in great shape, but, you know, that does go a long way because our creatures are small. We have to draw pretty well here to find our way out of this. That does help. Actually, does that just win us the game again like it did earlier? It might. If they don't have an instant speed kill spell, it will. That was a good draw. Lucky Clover for the win. Hello, McDrew. Yeah, they were about to turn the corner there, so we needed to top deck something awesome. And luckily we did. Man, these drafts be taking a long time. Ugh. One plains would make this hand amazing, but we don't have it. I think this is more keepable than that last one. I don't really want to go below 6. You know, this is the kind of hand that could end up going really badly for us if we don't draw some more, you know, non-lands. But we're in all right shape now. Looks like they're a deck that could be having a really fast start, but they're not. The red-white deck can sometimes just come out of the gates quickly. All right, so who do I want to play first? Pathlighter or Wandermere? Kind of leaning towards Wandermere because it can block this thing if I decide I want to do that. It's also better without muscle if we want to do that. Nice. I only have 1 white mana up. I would have blocked there for sure. Okay. So, I think I attack here. They could have Righteousness, which would suck. But, you know, who plays Righteousness? Anyway, you know? Alright, looks like that worked out. I've seen games last like 40 minutes in this format. I mean, our deck is not really a dirtily deck, but... I mean, it is a little. It has a bunch of value engine type cards that get better the longer the game goes on, but it mostly is not. Alright, so this turn is going to be good, because we can go Pathlighter, Squire, we got 2 removal spells in our hand. One of them questionable. The other one actually pretty good. It's super dangerous to try to use out muscle here. So we're not going to. I think we'll just attack with these 2. We are okay with that block. Play Youthful Knight. End our turn. Oh, that's not good. Man, well, that was a pretty good draw for right after that, I have to say. We've both got this guy. So wait a second. If I make you a 6/7 until end of turn and then use out muscle, I think that's a good option. Oh, I can't do both though. Just kidding. So we're just gonna go with the transformation. Yeah, okay. You get to draw a card. You think they have a way of getting that stupid giant back? That would be kind of a nightmare. Well, they haven't gotten it back yet. Ooh. Our friend Lucky Clover has indeed been quite lucky. I can attack with both of these. I mean, the Griffin can't block our flyer anyway. So let's attack with both, see what happens. I don't think they're going to block at all. But we do get to draw a card. Oh, they are going to block. Okay. That's right, they can block like that. But So they're doing 6 to him, and I just made him... Okay, they scooped. I don't think they probably have Witch's, whatever it's called, because it looks like black is a splash color. Yeah, alright. I mean, do you have any cards that are particularly good against a Wrath? Not really. Oven's not anything special against Wrath. I mean, what's actually good against Wrath is all of our adventure creatures, basically. That's a good hand. I probably don't play anything on turn 2 unless I really feel like I need to trade with some scary 2-drop or something. And I don't... Well, now I do. I'm glad I drew a 2-drop that I can just play. Because just playing the Squire wouldn't have felt very good, and I wasn't going to play it if that's all... If that was the option we had, I wasn't going to play it. I mean, I block here if they attack. You know, if they want to use a trick to deal with my Youthful Knight, then by all means. Yeah, well, it's not a whole trick. A whole card, that is. But works for me. Okay. So I think we want to play our Pathlighter. Try to get going with, you know, all of the adventure creatures in our hand getting bigger. Maybe black is a primary color. It just didn't look like one last game. Red might be what they're splashing. Good chance our Pathlighter dies right here. Would be nice if it didn't. Okay, it won't. I think I lose Carriage Forest. There's a chance that they have another discard spell, and for that reason, I'm thinking I might just do both of these and get them exiled so that I can play them on a future turn, even if they do make me discard cards here. So I think that's fine. Protects them. Oh, I actually can't do both though, so that was stupid. We'll just play the Fairy Guide Mother now. I keep thinking the trick only costs 2, but it costs 3. But I mean, maybe they're just a straight up 3-color deck, huh? Kind of starting to look that way. So I think we attack with both. And then we Lonesome Unicorn. So I think I do trade my knight. Oh, not for that. Get the keeper out there. That keeper has lived up to all the hype, which I think it was kind of obvious it would. It's a pretty silly card. Feels like it should be rare, basically. Okay, so I think we're going to do some Fairy Guide Mothering again. Let's give Keeper of Fables flying. Let's attack with everything. And we can use the Squire to win the combat, so... Yeah. Alright, so... Look at all the cards we have in Exile. They'll all come into play with a counter on them, too, if things go our way. It's pretty tough for them to come back from this. I mean, there's a chance, but... yeah, I mean, we got off to a ridiculous start. We drew really well. Well, we've at least broken even. In traditional drafts, 3 and 2 is what you break even on, so we're there. At worst, we're 3 and 2. We could obviously win more, too. I think we can keep this. It's a little dangerous, but it's not like, you know, we have a 2-drop we can play if we have to. Drawing any land makes this hand really, really good. So that's the reason I'm willing to keep it. We have like 3 turns to hit a land too. A forest is ideal, but this hand is good even without a forest. I don't think we're going to bother playing our Squire if we don't have to. And I don't think we had to. I think we can hold off on it. But yeah, if we miss a land here, we'll play our Squire, probably. That sucks for them that they drew that on turn 2. I mean, it's still a pretty good card. It's basically... ooh, Love Struck Beast. I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, they did get it on turn 0. I was thinking they hadn't. Yeah, so we're going to play this. We need some board presence in the meantime while we try to draw lands. Oh, crap. Well, I mean, I think it was a fine hand to keep because a plains would have been good and a forest would have been great. We had like 3 turns to get there. Okay, I guess we're gonna play another one. Ah. I forgot that I can't. I can use it defensively, I guess. Except I'm going to have to discard, so maybe I should just attack. What the hell just happened there? Oh, I don't have the mana. Why am I dumb? Mana screw is messing with my brain. I mean, I'm kind of okay with that trade, honestly, but that's not what I wanted to do. But it was what I could do. It's not over yet, but we're working on it. There we go. Now, who do we want to play? That's the question. I think Wandermare, because it's bigger. And we have Outmuscle. I think they might have Outmuscle. Yeah, they do. Attack for 6. Yay. We might have to kill this 1/1 if we draw mana for Outmuscle, so the 5/5 will stop attacking us. Yeah. I say let's go for it. Aw, crap. No. Nah. I mean, if we can trade this for their Rosethorn Acolyte, I think we do. We are at 4. We do have Wrath. I mean, we might be able to find our way out of this if we can, you know, survive long enough. The Wrath may help us get back in the game. We even have a little bit of food. That's not good. What can this be blocked by? or can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Kind of feeling like we might just have to Wrath here. So let's attack, and then I'm going to Wrath. I have to do it now, basically. I'm attacking because it's a free attack, incidentally. So, all right. Oh, crap. This is a giant. Oh, that was a bad call. All right. Really bad. Okay, so we're going to have to play... okay, well, this is what we have to do. Freaking giants. I'm glad I realized it was a giant before I cast it, but, you know, still. Oh, yeah, now we're dead. Okay. Trail of Crumbs is pretty gross. Giants, man. I don't think we have anything to bring in here. I knew that was going to come up at some point, the giant thing, and it did. It definitely did. So this is another draft that's going to take, could be, you know, close to 2.5 hours. Despite the fact that if it is, it'll only be 2.5 hours probably if we go 3 and 2. Otherwise, it's going to be even longer. This is a grindy format, but it may mean we don't really have time for another draft because, you know, well, there won't be time since they seem to take so long. Ooh, mulligan. Okay, that's better. Still not great, but better. Sadly, I think... I mean, maybe we get rid of something else, like our transformation. Yeah, okay, fine. We don't have green mana yet anyway, so let's play our Guide Mother, see if she can do some work early. Okay, it's not a forest, but it is a land at least. Okay, that is a forest, happily. Garenbrig's Squire was one of my preview cards. Actually, so was Silverflame Acolyte. This deck has a bunch of my preview cards in it. Because they gave me a bunch of green-white adventure stuff. Okay, so I think we might as well attack here. Yeah, we don't really lose anything by attacking. Yeah, so play our Wispmare. This is another game where I think Wrathing is going to end up being our plan B if they end up really far ahead of me. By the way, let's hope they don't play another freaking... Oh, man. That card has been better than I expected against us today. Those two cards were nasty. And our opponent's just like... Get rid of them. We'll play this land, because we might need it. Yeah, I forget it says if it's the first spell you've cast this game, not if you cast it early, period. I do kind of forget that. It's like way better than Anticipate, though, and Anticipate is something that sees play in Limited usually. Yeah, we're in top deck mode, and these are two of the best cards in our deck. Maybe the two best cards in our deck. So that was pretty nasty to have to discard those. Okay, is it worth going for the value? I think it probably is. Although, if that's what I do, then my Wandermare won't get bigger this turn. Yeah. No, we'll do it. Yeah, if I had just hard casted the Unicorn, my Squire and my Wandermare would have gotten bigger. As is, that's not what happens. But, I guess I'll leave you back. I mean, we are beating them down, if nothing else. They do have that Witch Stalker in their hand, which is going to be... Oh, good. Lovestruck Beast is back. Guy messed us up. Okay. That is a large creature. Guess I'm wishing I brought in my enchantment hate now. Alright, so I think we just want to cast our Unicorn. Although maybe not now. Attack for 1. Yeah, let's play our Pathlighter and hold on to the Unicorn. They are at 11. Now, they do have food in play and stuff, but they are at 11. This will be gaining flying if they start attacking us with it. Luckily, it doesn't have flying on the block, and we have 3 damage a turn in the air right now. This also would not be a bad time for our Pump All Your Non-Human Creatures card. We only have 1 human in play. The other 4 are all non-human. Yeah, so we take 5. Thank you. If we make it to game 3, I think we bring in one of our enchantment artifact hate cards. Okay. Alright, so let's play our Unicorn here. I guess playing it first didn't really matter because it's not like any of my guys on the ground can attack legitimately, so... If only Keeper of Fables or Realm Cloak Giant were still hanging around, it would be a good time for Realm Cloak Giant. It's just 2 or fewer, yeah. It is. If they attack me with both 5s, I think I just take it. There's a small chance they have a trick. A small chance they have a trick. But... So there's the trick that gives +5/+5. Additionally, this would be able to do lethal to me. No, it only does 4. Yeah, I think I am going to block one of these. I think I kind of... yeah. A little too risky. Just what I was hoping for. So yeah, now this will gain flying. If I attack with my flyers, I won't be able to block. It'll hit me for 4. And then I'll have 2 5s coming at me, too. That is not appealing. But... we want to do damage because there are things we can draw that will give us lethal, namely like another Fairy Guide Mother or a combat trick next turn. Any of those could give us lethal. Right now we don't have it. But by dropping them to 5, I mean, they're going to go back up to 7 actually, so maybe, yeah, maybe it's not worth it when they have as much life as they do. Either way, I mean, we're hoping here more than we're, you know, knowing that it's going to work out for us. Well, they just did decide not to gain life off of that, for what that's worth. So that hits us. We do have to block, and I guess we'll block here so that we actually kill the dude, and a chump block here. But yeah, we actually have several cards that can give us lethal combat tricks, or oh, they are about to get food again, actually, so it won't be lethal. What are you gonna do? So we take 4. If they have that trick, well, they can kill us right here. They can only go to 5, so any of our tricks can give us lethal here. That's what we have to draw. Oh wait, why did I didn't go to 7? Why was I thinking they can only go to... oh, or they can just kill me. That's right. Okay. That was stupid of me. I wish it would let me show me the top card of my library. Just because I'm curious if I had blocked with Wandermare, if we had a chance there. I guess if they couldn't kill me there, they probably wouldn't have done what they did, so it's probably irrelevant, but yeah. Okay, so 3 and 2, you know, that's the minimum I hope for in traditional drafts. I think we have time for another one.